Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their 6'5 quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here we go. 180! Tight end left. 4 down. 24.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Carson Wentz.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here.
The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan?
A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 8 carries, 96 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
53, Mike, 53. Come on, D.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a run with Geis, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go.
They'll try and get it with Geis. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I'm scared.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Bears nothing.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, it's just me and you.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Matthews has it right side. And he will have the Bears lined up a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Check back. Check 3.
This is Geis. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down.
Watch the run.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
What's that? Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears Bears get there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it, make them do it again.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there just before halftime, and even 70 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Check, 59. I want that. Give me that. Hey, give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check 59.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings 7-yard line.
Mike's 59.
Again, Geis. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's some
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
To throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency, Brandon.
On first down, this is Geis. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. And now Matthews couldn't really tell what happened there defensively, but he's still down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards, and the Bears take over. The Bears now ready to take over again. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the second down throw on target. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hey, watch the lane. Check 26, check 26. He's coming. He's coming, double up.
Not down, but a nice little gain. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Going to get this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Get some penetration. Hey, watch this, watch this.
Geis He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down 14-7, 50 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now Wentz, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Wentz to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. 3rd down here.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, in situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bears, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.